want to do a haul, but with a better theme. A haul with all my regrets. And apparently pouring out of a confession. I came on here to tell you, Squid, now you're subscribed. I have a confession for you. I am not an artist. I do not know how to draw. I don't not know how to paint. I don't know how to sketch. I don't know anything. I don't know if I even know how to color correctly. Like this. It only looks better thanks to the colored pencils. Whoa. Oop. Thanks to the colored pencils you told me about. That's the only reason why it looks better. But I just needed to convince you. I have so much art supplies now. And I just subscribed to a subscription box for art journaling. Thing is though, is that what I'm trying to do is not watch YouTube when I come home and to sit here and color or draw art. Because the whole point was that I'm gonna stop having so much ideas, so much outside opinions on like what to get and what to do, and just purely have that box full of tips specifically for those supplies, as opposed to watching a lot of art videos and then thus buying all these art supplies. So yeah, and I asked you about the watercolor paper. I have another confession to make. I already had 2 other watercolor notebooks. One of them, I honestly don't know if it's a good watercolor palette. Like everyone keeps saying the weight, like you should have this number of weight for the watercolor, but it's less than. And that one is just for makeup. And then the other one is one I'm gonna learn with. That is recommended from the watercolor book that I got. And I do have another watercolor book, but I gave it to my dad. He said he wanted to learn watercolor. But yeah, I am not good with art anymore. I don't know if I'm starting to think like if I ever really was good at art. I love learning about it. I love looking at it. I love supporting other artists and thinking of different makeup looks that support the art, but I'm not an artist. I'm just not. It feels good to just admit it's good. I know what you're talking about every time you talk to me about art. I know the supplies and techniques, and I dabble in it, but I am nowhere near your level. And I feel like a fraud because you always talk about art. And even right now, I love like the art day we did, and I want to do another one, and I want to do more art days. When I'm embarrassed of you seeing me draw during that time and seeing that I can't draw, basically. That I don't know anything. I don't know what I'm doing at all. I don't know. I just thought I'd make this confession video to you because I just played with some makeup, and this is the Fenty Beauty highlighter. And a lot of things reminded me of you, and sorry, this looks really different on camera, so I'm distracted. Yeah, this is like such a beautiful coloring book. Of course, did you get this one? No, I think you got the other one. Yeah, it's so beautiful that I don't want to touch it. Like I have this thing, like that's why I had that palette. You still have, I still have that you gave me, that you also have the Makeup Forever one. Because for the longest time I just like looking at it and like swatching it and stuff like that, but I never really used it. Used it today, finally. That's what I have on my eyes, most of it. But yeah, just I don't know, I'm excited to have been this level of artistry. Like in my mind, the reason why I always learn about it, because I think like if I just learn about it, I'll get to that level. But I keep bouncing between mediums and only know a little bit of each, and I barely put the tips in practice. So I'm like beginner at every single art medium. I understand the concept of how to get here, but once I do it myself, it's shit, to be completely honest. Yeah. And I just want to make this confession. Like I have a coloring book, and then still have the one that you gave me, and I have even a color by numbers one. Okay, it's propping up my lamp right now, so I can't grab it. But this is the colored pencils that I have. I love the colors of these. See, like these like fall kind of colors, but then they don't show up on the paper as well as like the actual color of it. Like I was attracted to this color scheme, but then they don't show up. I did the trick of putting them underwater and then like softening them that way, but I have to do it every time. Like it re-hardens once it fully dries again, so I have to re-put in water every time. So I don't know. I love that I bought it, but I kind of regret it. But then I regret every purchase I realize that I make. So yeah, but this really elevated the colors, and it layers really well, even over the bad waxy kind of cheap watercolor, cheap coloring pencils. They're not bad. I mean, I bought it because they said it's more like kind of like chalky, and I used to like, you know, like chalk pastel, what it's called. One where it's like a big stub. Those ones, they said that's kind of like this. And they said it blended and layered well, but I don't think so. I tried making this fade in the flowers here with like the same watercolor pencils, and it did not work. Like it didn't want to layer, and it didn't want to go into the fine points either. I don't know why I didn't layer like the video said. That's why I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna ask like an artist that I know, and this one layered really well over it. Like this is pretty much the exact color of the flowers that you see, but then the other color pencils I do have, it's like it doesn't show up this color. Like you see this color in the pencil, but it shows up like 10 shades lighter. Unless I press hard, but if I press hard, it gets really waxy. And it's hard to layer even more than usual, so. And these are the colors that attracted me to in this set. You can see pretty much the same, but a little bit more. But these ones actually show up as the actual color pencil, so thank you for telling me about this one. I mean, I think you're right, these are like pretty much a basic set, and it kind of covers everything. And I like blues and greens a lot, so these are the colors I would gravitate towards too, even if I have a big Prismacolor collections. But yeah, I just keep running supplies, and I just realized I just bought another art supplies, but this time I have Focus with it. Not just a book, but a Focus weekly video. That's what I liked about it, because it's with monthly subscriptions, the art boxes I've looked at, you kind of have to be your level of expertise, and I am not there. I want to be there. I think I can learn it, so I buy other materials, but I'm still too far of a novice to get the result I want. So I'm thinking with this art box, since it has a video every week, sorry, that I can get there. I also got a face chart book finally, because one of my favorite face chart artists has a class, but it's in Korean. The box has oil pastels, which I really like, but I don't know if they ship it to America, and if they do, probably like $26 in over fees and shipping. And it's like I could try and go to it and get the feel of like being an exchange student in Korea and trying to learn, because I do want to take a JSM class one day, and she is, I believe, one of the instructors, or at least they at least use her face charts in the instructions for the class. I think the book is a good like start of it until I get there, until I can learn Korean, so I can take the class and buy the class. It's $100. I just realized it's not bad that I bought them, and I'm really excited for the classes as I keep talking about it. But let's just be sitting. Whoa, sorry. Put it on my shelf for a little bit. Maybe I'll color this one though. I'm gonna put a printer paper on top and then color them. Oh, it's so cute. Also, like just the cover of this, like how like the gold is shiny. I'm into the yin and yang sign lately. I think it's kind of hilarious that there's like this sloth yin and yang sign. Honestly, if you think about it, like imagine if I had a tattoo, wouldn't this be like the perfect tattoo for me? Like a sloth yin and yang sign that's kind of whimsical, not really whimsical, but kind of like funny. I don't know, for some reason I can just imagine myself having this as a tattoo, or at least it's a tattoo that other people think I would have, if that makes sense. I think I'll make it a little bit more sketchy, and that'll be like a perfect tattoo for me. So I found out there's like this alcohol activated inks that you can put on yourself that looks like tattoo. Like there's 2 colors that it comes with. It comes with new tattoo looking ink and then old tattoo looking ink. So I've been using makeup, but it doesn't look. It looks like makeup. It looks like eyeliner on the skin, and yeah. Also, what's helping for the classes that I hope I can increase my skill in all areas of drawing and coloring. Also up my skill in makeup and face charts and stuff like that. So I'm hoping the art journaling will also be a really cool background for my face charts, and that's what I'm hoping as. I don't know, I made the decision before to not buy any art supplies anymore because I could just use Sketchbook app. But there really is something different about it. I don't know, just being on your phone for everything. My phone is kind of lagging now, and just the feeling of having physical paper is so different than drawing on there. And I don't really have an art pen. Digital pencil only have this one. There isn't any classes that I found on face charts on digitally, so when I do them, it's fun. But it's not. I don't. Again, like with all my arts, I'm trying to say that it doesn't end up looking professional. It looks like very novice, and that's what I don't like. I'm trying to, so I want to up my skill. I'm trying to level up. That's why I bought a more difficult book. Bought the colored pencils you recommended, and I'm having more of a structure with the box. It's not that bad. I can't believe I'm saying this, but it's not bad price. $35 a month, but then you end up spending $35 for art supplies anyways. So I might as well get that one, and it has instructions with it and cards and tracing, things like that. So yeah, that's good. That's what I have to confess to you. It's good. I'm not an artist. I just keep learning about art. I'm like, art history. Like I just know a lot of information, but I don't know how to do. I still want to do art days with you. Like that sounds really fun to go up and see you in SF and have an art day. Cause I don't know if you've been there already, but there's a craft store on Haight. I would want to like go there with you and then pick up some stuff and have an art day, and then do some art at those places where the street is shut off, and then we can have some coffee and tea while we do some art. Sounds pretty nice. But also about Liquitex, like, I know you said you like not a fan of the art that are splayed and stuff like that, but I actually, in a confection, I really do like that art. I don't know, I won't buy it for $200, but I love doing the art like that. As the novice I am, it's like more of an emotional painting, I guess, or just like just kind of like free flowing. It feels like very free. That's why I like also the sketching, where you're only supposed to take like 10 minutes on the drawing the sketch and then put more motion into it. Forgetting it. Every time I go on camera, I forget what everything is called, and I sound like I don't know anything every time I'm on camera. But this, I actually don't know. Like, coloring wise, like the primary colors here, and adding them, like, I do not know that adding red and blue make purple. Like, I have to use this chart in order to mix. Like, I'm starting to know a little bit more. Like, I understand that yellow, the primary yellow is a warm yellow. So then I'll make it a warm orange. Because I loved art before, because I did everything from my gut before. Like, before I made art from imagination, or just like from copying, using something as a reference. But now my imagination is like shot, and my gut feeling is very non-existent. Like, it's very wrong. Like, I'm not getting anything right with my gut instincts with art or anything else. So that's why I kind of want a little more instruction for things. But yeah, I don't know. I just hope to be a level of expertise as you. So whenever popping the art star, stuff like that, like how you said, like, oh, like I feel like you're out of the game, you don't know anything. I mean, girl, I was never in the game. I was just far away from the game. I didn't know. I'm not good at art. I mean, I know all this stuff. Can I execute them? No, I can't. That's what I'm trying to say. I can't execute what I'm thinking. I'm hoping to get better at it. I'm hoping not to just have the ideas in my head and have this ideal, but to get it. I have been drawing, like the Draw Your Day sketchbook that I gave you. I have the Draw Your Day book. I'm hoping to copy from that, and I'm hoping to get up to that level of drawing your day, and being so good that when I go on the trip to Italy, where they have a Draw Your Day like vacation, where you can stay, and they even have a tour of Italy there. And what's the French word? The French word for painting outside, outdoors. They have that time every day to just watercolor and paint, and free time, of course. I'm hoping to actually learn how to be that once we can travel. And I'm hoping we can go there together. I feel like you'll like it, having a specified time to draw, and a whole week of just like art and other people who are doing art and enjoying a new country with a little bit of more structured guidance, so like we're not lost. I don't know. Well, yeah, like and I'm trying to learn Italian, slowly learning. I found out Shon is Zione in Italian, like you just attenzione. That's all I know. That's all I know. It's great. Because I know you did Italian in high school, so maybe we can do that together. I don't know if you still have the Italian textbooks at home. I need to set up. I also need to set the box. I totally meant to give you the things when I saw you the other week. I keep getting my days mixed up. Like I still, like right now, today's Sunday. But since I'm trying to keep on the schedule, I keep thinking it's Saturday. And that's so I keep missing stuff because I think I'm a day earlier. So there's my confession, and there's my hopes for future. Yeah, that's the haul I wanted to try. But yeah, thanks for watching. Squid and anyone else who watched. See you guys later. I'm gonna do some art right now. I'm gonna figure out how to do this face chart thing with more with the highlighter. Whoa, it's like a rainbow right now. I don't know why I ended that way, but I'll see you guys later. Bye. Can you hear this? Should probably put it back before. Hey there. Hey. Wow, it's like so blinding that the white balance is changing. There we go.